everyone, to Mojo Monday. A new month. Can you believe it's already February?
No.
January just flew by over my head. So I'm hoping February will slow down a little bit just so I can catch my breath. That would be a good thing for me. I want to go around the room and everyone introduce themselves, and I am going to kick it off with Dr. LaDonna today.
I am Dr. LaDonna Parker, and I work with women, helping them to find themselves through the journaling and creative writing. And we dabble a little in manifestation because it's always good to manifest what you want.
Awesome. Gail, and then we will go to Mary Jane.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gail Dixon, the Heart's Voice. I guide others to finding that message inside themselves that longs to be brought into the world to give their lives meaning and purpose, and then express it in the ways that bring about the life that they were meant to lead and the contribution they were meant to make in the world.
Awesome. Nice job. Mary Jane, and then we'll go to Grace.
Good evening. I'm Mary Jane Charles. I help people make note of all the favorite little things that matter to them that do not appear in a will. They're not the legal things. They're the pretty little picture on the wall, or your favorite shoes that you know your best friend always wanted. Simpler things that just make a difference. Otherwise, they go to Goodwill, and we don't want that.
Awesome
Nice.
job. Grace, and then Tamra.
Grace Buckwell from Whitby, Ontario, Canada. And what I have for you is organic, mold-free, pesticide-free coffee and teas, and also skincare.
Awesome job, Grace. Tamra, and then Michelle.
Okay, well, my name is Tamerlee Patrick, and I am the owner of Pivot Coaching for Restarting You, where I have created a program for pivoting, which is purpose, intention, vision, opportunity, and transformation. It helps you step to the left, slide to the right, pivot, and walk away in style when you have a bad time. Anyway, that's what I do.
Awesome job. Michelle.
Nice. Hi, everyone. I'm also out in Ontario, so I'm nice to see another Ontarioan here. Anyway, my son and I started this business, Proof Impulse Media, because we believe that a lot of people are being overwhelmed with the AI. We specialize in AI agents. And so what we're doing is we're trying to set it up so that it takes away all the medial tasks so that people can be more human with their connections.
Awesome job. Awesome. I am Dr. LaDonna Maccabee, and I'm here to help you build your business stronger and at the speed that you want to build your business by connecting, networking, and collaborating. I'm here to help you build your business. All right. Welcome, everyone. Now I'm going to turn over the next 20-ish minutes over to our first speaker of the tonight, and that is Gail Dixon.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, LaDonna. So the theme for today is to stop shrinking and start showing up. Just think to yourself, you don't have to raise your hand, but if you want to. How many of us have walked into a room, particularly at a conference or a big social event, and immediately tried to take up less space? Have you been there, done that? Here's what I used to do all the time. I would walk into a room, smile, grab a soda, and immediately start scanning the room for that target, that someone important to talk to. But when that person asked what I did, I gave the small version. The safe one, the resume version, the 30-second speech. And I did that over and over and over again around the room. And when I left exhausted and feeling and sensing that I was completely unseen. Not because people were unkind or that they were not receptive or that their eyes glazed over and they looked over the top of my head for the next person for themselves to talk to. I had shown up physically and hidden everywhere else. My body was there, but my true self was protected inside the shell of the costume or the cloak that I was carrying in. And that's when it hit me. Shrinking doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't protect me. It just makes it impossible for the right people or the right opportunities to find me. Standing there in full view, but truly playing hide and seek. So today, I want to talk a little bit about how to stop shrinking in rooms like this and start showing up in ways that actually create connection. And those of us of a certain generation, I'll tell you, I'm 74 years old. So, you may be a decade one side. I don't think there's anybody who's a decade on the other side of me, but anyway, a decade or two behind. We had a lot of conditioning that told us that shrinking, that fitting into the box that other people created for us, or that we thought other people created for us, made us look polite, appropriately humble, or professional. And that appropriately humble, at least in my family, was a big thing. We were not to take up space. So, we have some of that conditioning. And in networking, though, shrinking means being invisible, because we're only taught. And in networking, we're in the room, and everybody else in the room only has so much bandwidth. And so what do they see? They see the things that are taking up space, the things that fill up the most of the frame, or the people who fill up the most of the frame. So when we shrink, that will help you stop shrinking when you walk into a networking room. And then the flip side of that, of course, after we finish talking about shrinking, is the first is stop using minimizing language. Stop downplaying what you do. Those introductory qualifying phrases that we often find ourselves using in conversation. I just do this. It's nothing fancy. It's simple. I'm only. When you minimize your work, when you minimize yourself, people don't know how to value you or how to refer you to others. So don't use that minimizing language. I can remember one of the phrases that just made my heart sink and my skin crawl was when people referred to me as just a secretary. Well, sometimes we use that language on ourselves inside. I'm just a this. I'm only a that. I heard somebody say the other day, well, I've only written 2 books. Wow, you've written 2 books. If you say only 2 and you don't give people a chance to say, wow, 2 books, that's very impressive. So stop using that minimizing language. Second is stop waiting to be chosen. Don't stand on the sidelines hoping somebody else will ask. Think back to the 7th grade dance. But networking is not a popularity contest. It's not about popularity. It's about participation. If you don't step forward, people will assume one of 3 things. You're not interested, you're not qualified, or you're not ready. None of those things lead to opportunities, growth, and visibility.
Awesome job, Gail. Awesome job. So much information